Sometimes a game flies under the radar, and you wonder why. It happened to me with Cronos: The New Dawn.
Such is our calling. Such is our calling.
And after playing it, I still can't believe it doesn't get the love it deserves. It came out around the same time as that Souls-like slop we like to call Silent Hill F, which pretty much overshadowed it. But Bloober Team does have a reputation for making some sloppy games in the past, and we all know that. With the Silent Hill 2 remake being the exception, and now with Cronos, they really came through here again in my opinion. From the visuals to the story and the gameplay, and even the little details, Cronos: The New Dawn feels polished, well thought out, and genuinely fun to play. So if you're curious about whether or not it's worth your time, let's break it all down. Starting with the story, you play as Traveler ND3576, navigating a world being torn apart by time anomalies. The game focuses heavily on time travel, and the time travel here isn't just a gimmick, but actually tied to exploration, puzzles, and story beats, which I found to be clever. Along the way, you meet a variety of characters, all whom are pretty well written and well voiced.
I was right all along! I knew you were real!
There are travel logs and optional content scattered throughout the world, which really encourages you to explore and pay attention to the details. The story feels layered and very engaging, keeping players invested from start to finish, and it also leads to multiple endings. But now we're going to switch it over to the visuals. The lighting, the particle effects, and environmental designs are fantastic here. The game has a unique 1980s sci-fi vibe that really carries into the soundtrack, sound effects, and has a very distinct style. I would almost go as far as to say that this is one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. The atmosphere is everything here in Cronos. Every location just feels very alive and immersive, all in the right ways. There are even little touches like hidden cats you can find, which give you rewards after petting them. The cats also end up near a save room later, which gives you a moment to hang out with them before heading back out to the nightmare. And yeah, while it is a small detail, it does add charm and personality. Combine that with the strong voice acting and sound design, and you've really got a world that truly feels alive. Moving on to the gameplay in Cronos is where it really all comes together in my opinion. It blends combat, puzzles, exploration, and resource management all into a cohesive experience. You can tell the devs really wanted you to utilize every mechanic here, one of which being the weapons system. Not only do you get a variety of weapons here, but they also use this very unique charging system, which I highly recommend utilizing to manage the limited ammo. And yeah, you can craft supplies such as ammo and healing items, but crafting items are scarce as well. And there is an upgrade system, which is also great. You can enhance your weapons and your suit, which helps combat feel more satisfying. Speaking of the combat, enemies can merge together here, creating very tense and difficult encounters. The game also features boss fights that are challenging and memorable, forcing you to utilize every tool and game mechanic. Like I mentioned earlier, resources are limited, making Cronos the true survival horror experience. You can't just rush through fights, and a lot of times it's smart to just book it out of there. And exploration is definitely rewarded here. Travel logs, hidden areas, and extra items all definitely make it worth it to poke around. And the fact that there's a new Game Plus mode just adds to that, making revisiting these locations even more satisfying. All the little touches here, such as the save rooms, gravity boots, and the hidden cats just add to it too. But honestly, with all of that working so well, it's easy to be so immersed and almost forget that no game is perfect. If I had to be that nitpicky, maybe the enemy variety could be a little broader. But even then, the way the enemies behave, and especially the merging mechanic, keeps encounters interesting enough that it never feels too repetitive. But in conclusion, Cronos: The New Dawn is a true survival horror game that excels in story, atmosphere, overall gameplay, and polish. From the tense combat and challenging boss encounters to a clever weapon system, time travel mechanics, and the little joys like hanging out with the cats, everything just feels intentional and satisfying. If you are a fan of the genre, Cronos is definitely worth checking out in my opinion. I actually wish that I had bought it before Silent Hill F, because it does deserve way more attention. I think that Bloober Team really came through here, proving again that they can deliver a polished and thoughtful experience when they focus, just like with their Silent Hill 2 remake. I absolutely loved everything about this game, and maybe you can too. Thank you for watching my review of Cronos: The New Dawn.